honeys, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I created, or actually I'm not going to show you because I kind of already created it, but I'm going to guide you on how I created this lovely Easter tree, and we're going to decorate it together. Now, it's super easy to do. Do not break your head over creating this project, okay? I simply just use a glass or a vase. Now this is actually, as you can see back here, it even has the label still. It's actually a jar of chocolate almonds that I bought years ago at TJ Maxx, and I kept this really pretty decorative vase looking thing where the chocolate was in. It has its own little top, which I absolutely love, which the top is over in the little corner somewhere. But I kind of like that it's super long, so I use this to create my Easter tree. Now, as far as what I use to create my Easter tree, I use these cotton floral things that I bought at Michael's. These were from the fall collection last year. I kind of went crazy when I saw these at Michael's. I picked up a whole bunch. I actually have these as one of my decorative items in my living room in a nice pretty little vase. I love these beautiful cotton floral flowers or branches or whatever you want to call it. And so what I did was I took two of these, okay? I rubber band them together, and then for extra security, I actually use, as you can see right here, let me come a little closer so I can show you. Oh, see right there? That little yellowish thing? I use duct tape. Just because I wanted to make sure that it kind of stays together and it doesn't kind of wobble anywhere. So I duct tape certain areas. I duct tape it 3 times. I duct tape it on that area, the middle, and in the bottom. And that kind of just did its own work. I didn't have to do really anything else. Now, as far as keeping your branches or your decorative little tree in place, what I did, because I like to use my projects and I don't like to like permanently decorate my projects. I kind of like to use my projects in different ways. So if I permanently decorate it, I'm not going to be able to maybe use this for like the fall or maybe for, you know, winter. So I always have in the back of my mind when I'm doing decorative items not to permanently like physically make it so that it's only for that season. I want to make it so I can use it for different seasons, okay? So what I did was, which I thought it was a brilliant idea, I used these river rocks to kind of hold my branches in place. I poured in the river rocks while I was holding the branches, and I kind of put them around the branches, and then I started with the big rocks like you see here. Come closer so you can see. See those big gigantic rocks? I started with those, and then I started with the little ones, and that actually did its work. My tree is not gonna fall anywhere. It's perfectly tucked in there, and it's perfectly decorated, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Now, on top of the rocks, I just put a little bit of more of this filler just to make it look a little bit more whimsical and kind of rustic looking, okay? And that's all I did. Now, I want my tree to be very simple, very easy. I'm not gonna break my head on what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a few eggs and that's it, okay? So if you wanna really overdress your tree, here, let me move this way. If you wanna really overdress your tree, you could if you want to. I prefer to keep my tree a little bit more simple because as you can see in my table, I have a lot going on. So I don't want, you know, things to kind of look seriously very messy and very like decorative. So I'm not gonna do a lot to my Easter tree, but I am going to decorate it, obviously. So I'm going to add these really pretty, lovely little chicks that we did together. Remember we did these together? I already have one lovely one here hanging, and I'm going to hang these two. Now, make sure your tree is facing how you want your tree to be on your table. My tree is facing me this way. That's how I want it on my table. Now, another thing that I want to tell you is my branches are obviously too big for the little hole to go in and hang from my my branches. Now, you got two options, or at least two ideas that I can give you. The first one is you can use those little like ornament hooks, and you can just hook them onto your tree, and that would work perfectly well. Or you can do what I'm gonna do, which is I'm gonna take some Ruffle, and I'm just going to kind of like tie them to my little branches as I go along. That's also gonna give my tree some really fun element, and it's gonna look very, very rustic, and it's just gonna add to the decoration, I think. And I love, 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 love that idea. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here, and I'm just going to basically hang my egg from the Ruffle. I'm just gonna make like a nice simple bow or tie, and that's basically it. I'm even gonna leave the Ruffle hanging like that because I just love that, like, you know, rustic look to it. So you're gonna do that for the rest of your eggs, and you're going to spread them around, obviously. And I hope you guys probably don't have a really, really good view. I'm so sorry, but I am truly trying to give you a really good view. I'm gonna work on this side so you can more or less see what I'm doing, okay? So I took a piece of my Ruffle right here, and then I'm just simply going to loop it through my egg, and I'm going to hang it from one of these lovely branches, just like that. Okay, make a knot, make a second knot, and that's it. And I'm gonna hang it like that. I'm gonna leave the Ruffle hanging. If you wanna chop off the Ruffle, you can do that. I love that look. I think it gives more personal like touch to the tree, and it just looks very, 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 very rustic. So I like that. Again, my Ruffle, and then I'm gonna add this little egg, and we're gonna add this maybe here. Oops, dropped my egg. You can obviously move around your little branches if you want. You know, I originally, you can't see what I'm doing here, but I'm just adding this little egg right onto my little branch tree right here. This one right here. I originally wanted to use twine for this, and it's been so freaking cold in Jersey that last night we went out and I saw this tree and I saw these branches, and I was like, those look really nice to create this project, but it was so cold. I did not want to go out. I did not want to like leave the car. Literally, I was so cold. So I said to myself, you know what, it's okay. I'm sure that we can figure out something that we have at home that we can do. Now, if you want to temporarily, or actually more or less like permanently, keep your tree in place, you can use what I heard is good. I think it's called plaster of Paris. And that's kind of like just like a plaster that would harden, and it will keep your tree from not moving. And it's supposed to be a really, really good product. I'm not using it. Again, I don't want my trees, my tree to be permanently in here. So I'm just kind of, you know, I'm kind of just not gonna use it like that. But if you want to, you could. Let me just run really quickly. Give me 1 second. I wanted to see if I had any more eggs, and I don't know where my egg bag is. I don't know where my egg bag went, but anyway, I think this is basically more or less what I want it to look. So I'm going to hang the last two things, which are going to be the birdies. So you can always move like this around, okay guys? So don't feel like you can't move it around. You could. I'm gonna hang my bird from, you can't see. Trying to do this the best way possible. I'm going to hang my bird from this little branch right here. And these birdies came out so cute. I just love them. Okay, so I want my bird to face that way. That's perfect. Okay, and there goes my birdie. Isn't that cute? And I have one more bird that I need to hang. If you guys want to learn how to make these little birds, I will link the video at the bottom, okay? So you can learn how to make these super adorable birdies so fast and quick. Let's see, where can we hang this bird? How about if we hang him back here? Trying to get you in the frame so you can see me hanging the bird. Move this around a little bit. And this is a really simple way to create an Easter tree. I mean, there's so many other ways that you can create an Easter tree, but I find that oftentimes we have things at home that we can definitely use, and we don't have to spend money. That's pretty. See that? It's tucked in here. So cute. I love that. And that's basically all I am going to do for my Easter tree. I love my Easter tree. It's simple, it's pretty, it's unique. It doesn't look like it's overdone. I just love these little pretty eggs. It's just a really, really kind of like funky looking tree, but I love it. I love it. If you want to go back and you want to trim off the raffle, you could do that, okay? So for example, if I want to trim off this raffle right here, I can trim it off. It's nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's just too super long and you want to keep it all in the same distance. This one here, a little too long, so let's trim this one off. See? And then this one right here, see that this one right here, it's a little long, so I'm just gonna trim it. But I don't want to trim it too much because I also like that whimsical look to it, right? There you go. And then I think this one, because everything else is so short, we definitely need to cut this one right here. And that is it, guys. That is how I create my very pretty looking Easter tree. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I think that it definitely gives you that Easter inspired look to it. And then what I also do is these leftover raffles that I have here, don't throw them away. Just add them in my little things that I have here. I'll just add them in there sporadically, and then it kind of also goes with my decoration, and I don't waste any supplies. And that's basically it, honeys. That's all that I wanted to show you. I hope this video came out okay. I know I'm in a different angle, but this is such a huge tree that I can't do it, you know, over looking down, because it'll be too it'll look too messy. So this is the only kind of way that I thought would help a little, and you can more or less see what I'm doing. I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you guys are safe out there. It is crazy. So many things are going on. Just be careful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, honeys. Have a fantastic weekend.